amazing students out there. I, Akanksha Gandhi, as a part of ITRC Technology Private Limited, Vocational Trainer Media Entertainment, is going to give you a technical presentation on the various tools of Photoshop. So let's begin. As I have already opened a Photoshop interface for you, and I have taken up two images as a reference. As this image I have already showed up you in the last previous session, but I have not used up this image. Now I'm going to make use of this image in this session. So these are my two images, and in the last session we studied about the crop tool. Now we are going to study about the slice tool and the slice select tool. So here is the slice tool. I have taken up the slice tool and I am cutting my image into three parts. Like, one is this, then the second one is this, and the third one is this image. So here I have sliced up my image into three parts. You have seen this one. Now I'll go to the slice select tool and see, as soon as whichever I select, it will get selected up. The three parts we have divided in one, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Now then divide. If I want to divide, I'll click on the divide horizontally and I'll select it like 2, okay, and it will divide into 2 because area, that means this particular side I have selected up, and that's why it have divided into this. Now if I wanted to divide it into another type, so I'll go to edit, this divide slice, and earlier we have used horizontally, now we can use divide vertically. As soon as I click on the box divide vertically, it shows the option working area. Suppose I divide it into three parts, so see, it has divided into various parts vertically, and if I divide it into one part, it will divide into one part. Suppose I want 1 and 1, so see, if I want 1 and 2, it's divided into various two parts. So this is how it works, and I don't want to get it divided into various parts normally, because I want it just into three parts. Okay, so I'm not using this option and I'm closing up that option, and I click OK. I'll press Ctrl Alt Z, and this is my three image I have created. That means I have taken up one image and divided it into three parts: one part, two part, and three part. Now I'll go to File and go to Save for Web and Devices. I'll click on that and Save for Web and Devices. My area gets open up. Here you can minimize and maximize image to see the image size and whichever, and I'll save it for my work area, like save to desktop. I'm saving up it to desktop so that I can easily find the location of my image. Okay, save, and now we'll minimize the size of my Photoshop, and you'll see here, and image folder is being created, and you see it is, the image is divided into three parts. Now we'll take all three parts and then bring it to Photoshop, and then arrange it properly. Now you might be thinking that this can be done through crop also, but for that, when we use crop, we cannot divide the image and then bring out the exact shape. We need to crop and then press enter, then again we need to redo and then take up the second part, and then again we need to redo and take up the third part. So in crop, only one part, whichever you select, will be visible to you. Not all the three parts will be visible to you in the front, and no folder is created. So I have taken up that images which I have used and cut it off. Now I'll do what, I have one image and I'm bringing all three images into this. For that, I'll go to select option and then press F7 is for layers, index layer. Okay, the most important thing is when it shows you index layer, what we need to do is, most people don't know how to work with the index tool. We'll go to image, more, mode, and then click on the CMYK. As soon as we click on the CMYK, there is an option comes, you'll select OK, and as soon as you click OK, it will get converted into background. Now you can unlock it and create a layer. So see, my layer is being created. So I am taking up that image into this area. One part. I'm closing up this part because I have taken up the part. Now next is this part. Again we'll go to image mode, then CMYK, OK, and then my background is created, and now I'm going to convert it into layer. Then again I bring that image from here to here. Done. Now I'm again closing off this particular image and I'm left with only one part, and the same process needs to be followed back and back, and double click and then OK, and then taking up the image here. Okay, so now you see 3 layers being created over here because we have taken one background with 3 different layers. So in the middle layer I wanted to get adjusted into the same manner. The reason is why, because I need to reduce the size of the image, and for reducing the size of the image I need to arrange them into proportionate form. So I'll select this, Control T, and then I reduce the size of the image. Okay, I think that much size is sufficient. I'll press enter, and now I do what, I divide it into different parts. So remove it off, remove it off. I'm adjusting it as per as my requirement. You can adjust it as per as you wish to, like you want to arrange. Okay, so I'm arranging this and I want this to be in the part. Okay, so this is how I can arrange, but like we can see Control minus, it seems that there is an image being placed, but the size is quite big from the rest of the objects, so we need to select all the sides and then reduce it off because that size is too big. Okay, this much size is quite good. So drop shadow, I'm using it up. This is a blending option. You can see a layer has multiple effects and can be applied multiple effects onto the layer for you to make your work look more in a beautiful form and seems to be exactly being placed onto the wall. So for that we are using the layer style. Drop shadow, the shadow is visible too, like see, drop shadow, I'll close it off. It seems like outer glow. Outer glow we don't need, inner glow we don't need, and bevel we don't need, color overlay, gradient. Then these are the various tools you can use. Spread, see, if I use various color it will show up to you various colors, but we don't want this. Okay, so I press OK, but still my drop shadow effect is not outer glow. We don't want drop shadow, we need outer glow, that's it. See, drop shadow shows giving you the shadow of that particular image. So if I delete of the outer glow, it doesn't seems to be like it is required, so I'm using drop shadow only. As soon as I click drop shadow, now I'll do what? I'll right click, I'll go to the effect, second layer, then I'm copying the effect. You can copy or layer style, then you'll apply. Where is paste layer style? As soon as you copy layer style and paste layer style, the same value will get attached to that particular area. So again right click and then copy layer style, because we are copying the layer style. So these options are known to be as a layer style, but actually these are the effects which can be applied for your image to look into a 3D form being into a 2D. It just give you a look. So paste layer style. So see the image, and today we have discussed about the slice tool and slice select tool. Next, in the next session we are going to discuss about these various tools, and I hope you like this session and you'll understand how Photoshop tools works and how it can be used. So see you then, meet you in the next session. Till then, bye bye and take care.